Prof has participated in electoral contests, and he will tell you that it's not really easy to steal an election in this country. However, we need to give that kind of picture to the citizens by making our systems more transparent and more accountable, so that there's not a moment where someone thinks something wrong could have happened here. But again, how do we ensure that 2027 is a good year where we go into an election, we go home and do our stuff, and we wait for the results? One very important thing in this country is that we need to arrive at a place where political bad behavior has consequences. But as it were, there's no consequences. Like a politician could get away with anything. So if you stand up one day and say, if you have contrary views in this community and you cast your vote to a different person, we're going to fetch you from under your bed. But the next moment, you just pay a fine of 250,000, which you can easily afford, and you go home and you continue spreading that kind of hate. Because these things don't happen as a coup de foudre. It happens, it is a build-up. People speak and people listen. And then people start constructing things, and this is how we're going to deal with these people. This is how we're going to respond if this happens. So let's have a place where the rule of law actually works in this country. That if you are a politician, we must hold you to the highest call of accountability. That if you're the one who messes, then the law must actually take its course, so that you are a lesson to those who are also anticipating to do the same thing. But we cannot show and demonstrate to our generations that politicians are above the law. If somebody somewhere pays for what they have spoken, including striking them off the IEBC list that they cannot vie for an election because they have offended this particular election regulations, and they sit back. I mean, it doesn't take more than 5 people to be done so that the other guys can get back into order. We cannot have a country where politicians will want us to kill each other, but they know very well they have sufficient air transport to fly away from this country. Their children study from abroad, but we are the same people, the same neighbors that are going to, harm one another. And these are the same neighbors that respond to you in the middle of the night when you have a problem. So that kind of political accountability and legal accountability must not just be mentioned, but it must be followed. Even our court systems, why do they entertain this? Because tell me why a politician does something, then he goes and gets anticipatory bail and gets orders against their arrest. I mean, if a normal chicken thief in the village is apprehended the same day, if he's not lucky, he might be killed by the people. But then the politician can do anything to whatever length and breadth, but they will not be accounted for. We must start by calling for that. And I think before the election of 2027, just like we had this, I think it was on Monday, we had a joint meeting between the NCIC, the DCI, whatever, talking about how they're going to fix this issue of hate speech and hate mongering. So then we must also have the political parties coming together and the IEBC and the Register of Political Parties, that even if your political party, the member of your political party does that, then you are penalized as a party. So then it fixes our